Welcome to day 4 of the DanOCan Hawaii 5-0 adventure video series, coming to you from inside our kitchen here at Pahala Plantation Cottages in Pahala, Hawaii on the Big Island. Quick look at our cottage. It's been home the last 3 nights, I guess. Tonight's going to be our last night before we head out to the other side of the island. It was a little confusing when we got in because you just park on the lawn in front of your place. We were trying to figure out where we were supposed to park. First time we really had a chance to see much of the cottage or the town in the day. If you stay here, you're really staying right in the middle of a very rural town. And so it's not unusual to be woken up to the sound of roosters or dogs barking or things like that, but it's a feels more like an authentic local experience than staying in a resort. We really like it.
So we are on a scenic drive here. It's called Old Sugar Mill Road. We are north of Hilo and we are on our way to the bioreserve Botanical Garden. And these are some many tropical plants we're seeing here on our drive, and we're going to be seeing many more. A little bit of a clearing. This is just gorgeous. It's truly the rainforest, and it is raining a little bit.
So a little bit of the history here. Purchased in '77 to create the botanical gardens. Original visitor center was a church, and this is the bell from the church. Church was destroyed by fire in 1988. Into the rainforest we go. Boardwalk is a little slippery here after the rain, which is what you expect in the rainforest. I'm wearing my Mabel shirt today, so you'll be seeing that throughout the course of this video multiple times, I'm sure. So, little story here about the history of the gardens. Basically, a couple, Dan and Pauline Lutkenhaus, visiting from San Francisco in 1977, bought a little vacation home and a plot of land here along the ocean. Was filled with old cars and trash, and then they would spend basically, I think it says, the next 8 years cleaning and organizing it, cutting trails in here to create this botanical garden which you see today. Mamalahoa, one of the Hawaiian gods, carved from the wood of an 80-year-old monkey pod tree which once grew in the garden here. The founder's birdhouse. But according to the sign, the macaws have been moved to a local bird sanctuary on a permanent basis. So this enclosure now is just a remnant of an earlier time. And just like that, we've wound our way down, past the waterfalls, through the rainforest, and have emerged back at the Pacific Ocean. And this dramatic coastline, waves crashing, crabs crawling. Great little stop. Well, we are here at Akaka Falls State Park, and the two lessons that we have learned in Hawaii continue to apply. It's number one, weather is constantly changing. At the orchid garden, it was hot, it was sunny. We got here, it is pouring rain. At least it's not cold, but it's definitely pouring rain. And the second lesson is always have your wallet out. $10 to park, plus $5 per person, plus tax. So we're in for 21 something US, which is like 50 bucks Canadian. Not quite. But we're here. We're going to check out the falls and do the circle route. Kind of hard to see, but we're getting our first look at the falls there across the valley. Whew. Had to take the hood down. Feeling the humidity, just sweat pouring off. But in behind, we get our first glimpse of the falls. Different falls than the ones we saw. We did hear there were two here, an upper and a lower. I'm assuming this is the upper. The people that we are eating shaved ice next to at our last little stop said they were going to skip the lower falls just in the interest of time. Well, after visiting the falls, we've decided we're not going to have time to do the Mauna Kea summit today, so we're going to put that off till tomorrow, or for you, the next video. But instead, we're going to check out this little town we drove through called Honomu? What?
I'm not an expert, but my guess is Honomu.
Honomu, oh my God. This is like me trying to say Pueblo. Honomu or Honomu, we don't know. But we drove through here. This place has got some incredible old buildings we're going to check out. From this side of the road, Ichigos since 1910. Wow, this building is incredible. Wow, yeah. I guess it's not so dark if I took my sunglasses off, but wow.
What a great place for an antique shop.
Uh-huh. So, talking to the fellow working inside the antique store, the vintage shop that I just showed you, that building there. And as he was saying, it was originally an automotive garage. You can still even see, if I kind of point it out to you, probably about there, the raised platform where the old gas pumps used to stand. But like he said, it's a building that they just slung in between these two other buildings, something that building codes would not allow you to do today. And yeah, what a great little street front here of these turn of the 20th century buildings.
So being a vintage shop, I had to buy a little something. I found a little made in Japan ceramic horse, which is really cute. It was only $5, so figured I'd support the vintage shop.
Now this was the first building that caught our eye as we came through town. The Honomu, or my God, I can't pronounce that, theater from 1931. So the old doors, the old box office window here. Anyone remember lining up outside the theater at the box office? One, please. You didn't have to specify what movie you were here to see because they only showed one. Just had to get you another better look at that theater. H. Tanimoto and Sons, 1931. Man, I'd love to see the inside of that. So Emily bought her ceramic horse at the vintage shop. I picked myself up a Canada Dry ginger ale for the road from Mr. Ed's Bakery. So trying to do our little bit to support local in some of these off the beaten path places, but back on the road. Well, after a long drive, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, we have made it to Punalu'u Black Sand Beach Park. Hoping, with any luck, we might get to see some sea turtles. So, of course, Hawaii is well known for the black sand beaches, and this one's actually the most accessible of the black sand beaches on the Big Island. Of course, my favorite part is Emily sees a turtle and then moves like a rocket, not a turtle. Took me a while to even see it, even after it was mentioned that there was one here. So since I probably ruined the audio on that last section because the microphone wasn't on, there actually is a sea turtle right there, just doing its thing. And if you're wondering why I'm not getting closer for you for the sea turtle, it's because you're required to view from a distance. Do not disturb, do not touch, do not feed, regardless of what the turtle tries to tell you. The turtles may move slow, but as soon as word gets out that one has been spotted, the people move really fast.
Like, is it alive?
Get a better view from this side. And we did confirm it is alive. We just saw it raise its head. That was a question for a minute or two because it just, doesn't move a whole lot. The sign on the highway has a picture of a sea turtle on it, and they didn't lie to us. We actually got to see one. It was touch and go for a minute though. Another one of our random stops that doesn't make sense to anyone except us. We're at Naalehu here on the Big Island, and we wanted to come take a look at this classic old theater. Unfortunately, like most great abandoned stuff, it's behind a fence and posted as no trespassing. But man, this thing really deserves a better fate than what it seems to be faced with right now. Like, this was quite a big theater for a town this size. Box office is still there by the looks of it. And even better, check out that sign. And you probably won't be able to see it on the video very well, but maybe I'll insert Emily's photo here. The thing that originally caught our attention when we came through this town the first night was the sea turtle mural up on the roof of it. And yeah, that's fantastic. Such a shame the theater's not in better shape, because that's a great building that, like I said earlier, deserves a better fate. All right, here's to some more pure black footage. We are back in Volcanoes National Park, and we are walking out to Devastation Viewpoint. I won't subject you to a whole ton of pure black footage, but if I flip the camera around, you can see the light from Emily's headlamp, and there's a constant parade of tourists and visitors heading out here to do this. So it's not like we're out here in the dark on our own all alone. So we've now left the closed road and are on the trail. And it's funny, it's just a parade of headlamps heading up and down here to the viewpoint. We did learn when we were out here the other day that this particular viewpoint was a fairly new creation. Only in the last few months, I think, they said it had opened. So similar view to what we showed you a couple days ago. Hard to see zoomed in so far. But again, very cool. Wow, that feels like being on TV here with Emily's super bright headlamp. Technically my super bright headlamp. Emily's wasn't charged, so we only have one of the two. Anyway, that's going to wrap it for today's video number 4, I guess, in the series. Number 5 tomorrow. We're planning on doing the it's getting late. Mauna Kea Summit. That's the plan and the target. Today was the plan, but things just didn't work out that way. And that's how we roll. Sometimes things take longer than we expect and we can't fit everything in. Or other times, we find things that we didn't know we wanted to do and add those in. So that's what keeps you coming back for more, is you never know what's coming up next. So we'll see you tomorrow. Is it an alien or is it Emily? You decide.